Fantastic. So for A, to get your vertex, and I saw this a lot today where we forgot to take the opposite of what's inside. It's okay that you forgot for your homework, but we need to remember that this is the opposite. It's the opposite of whatever this number is. So if it's positive 7, what's the opposite of positive 7?
Negative.
Fantastic. So my vertex is negative 7, negative 3. What is my axis of symmetry?
Negative 7.
Negative 7. Okay? So on my graph, and is this going to be a snow cone or a taco?
Taco.
A taco, because it's positive. So this one's going to open up. So on your graph,
Is that 7 negative? What'd you say?
on your graph, you should go left 7 and put your axis of symmetry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you go left 7 and where? Down 3 because it's negative. So left 7, down 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now what do we do from this point?
Do the squares.
Do the squares. So you go up how many? What's our first perfect square?
1.
Up 1,
Over 1.
right 1, and you also go left 1. Okay? And then what do we do?
You go down. Well, you go up 4.
Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and right 2. Awesome. And then if we needed more, we could go up 9 and right how many? 3. Because the square root of 9 is? Perfect. Did anybody get A right? Yay! Good job. That's so exciting. Okay, that's much better than I anticipated. Good job.
I figured out a graph on Google Docs.
You figured out how? Awesome. I thought you said you forgot how. I was like, oh, okay. Say it to me again. You got the graph wrong? But you got this part right? Good. Did you just mess up on the up 1, right 1? Okay. That's okay, because we're still practicing on this, so that's
I
good.
forgot you had to use roots, David.
Mm-hmm.
You had to use roots, David.
Yeah, the square root. Yes, ma'am. You got positive 7? Okay, the reason it's negative is because you take the opposite of this. So that's okay, but for next time, remember to take the opposite of what's ever in here. And make sure we have that. Where are your papers? Make sure, stop. Make sure you have that written down right here, that we take the opposite of this. Make sure you have that written down, that it's the opposite of H and the same thing as K. So if we need to write same, we'll do that. So it's the opposite of H, same thing as K. Is everybody with me? At least in the same room as I am? Alright, now for B. B is negative, so is this going to be a taco or a snow cone? Snow cone. Alright, what is our vertex of B?
Negative 1, negative 5.
We're on B. That's okay. That's okay. Negative 1, negative 5. Alright, so what's our axis of symmetry? Now, those of you that messed up on the opposite of the first one, did you mess up on the opposite of the second one too? That's okay. We just need to get it right for the next time. Yeah, and today we're going to learn how to convert to it. It's real easy. Alright, so left 1, down 5. So I should go left 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my axis of symmetry is at negative 1 right here. And I don't have all kinds of room in this graph to go more than down 1, right 1. 1, 2, 3, well, it would be right here. Oh, Blair, you got to go 2. Alright, who got their graph right?
I got
Hey, good job. That's more than I anticipated. Good job, guys. Lots of high fives. Did we, those of us who didn't get it right, what did we mess up on?
the negative.
The negative on the outside or the negative 1?
The negative.
The negative 1. Did anybody mess up on the negative on the outside? No? Okay, good. Yes.
Can we raise our hand if we get it?
If we got it right?
No, if you get it.
Would you like to raise your hand?
Nah, 'cause I feel let down. Ain't nobody raise their hand. They just gonna look at
I'll raise it.
I don't know what the next question.
I'll raise my hand.
All right, bet. Okay. Here you go.
I spend my life confused around you people.
I am always.
Alright, x plus 6 quantity squared plus 2. Okay, so this one you had a 3 on the outside, and we needed to figure out what to do with that. I hope somebody figured it out. So the first part for step 1, not A, Blair. What's our vertex?
6.
Negative 6, 2. Remember, it's the opposite of this. So if this is positive, our vertex is going to be negative. Alright, and what's our axis of symmetry? Negative 6.
Negative.
How do you know whether it's right or graph?
I'm sorry?
How do you know whether the picture like line or
Depending on what the vertex is and whether it's going up or down.
So if it's negative.
Yeah, I make it more this way. That's a good question. Alright, so our axis of symmetry is at negative 6. So I'm going to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And draw a line like this. Alright, and where's my vertex?
Go left 2, up 2.
Okay, now this is positive, so am I going to go up or down? Up. But there's a 3 out front. Did we talk? We did talk yesterday about
I
what
know
you
how to
did.
do it. I know.
Is that what you were going to say? Okay. You multiply your perfect squares by 3. So our first perfect square is 1. So what's 1 times 3? So you go up 1, 2, 3, right 1, left 1. And then our next perfect square is 4. So what's 4 times 3?
6. Oh my God. 12.
12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here.
Well, wow. She made it. She did make it.
Did anybody get it right? Hey, good job on that one. You got that one right? Did you get the vertex off?
So I had accidentally got 6. I have put the wrong number.
Did you count your perfect squares right doing it that way? Then good job.
Okay.
Yep. I get it. Get it, gang? Okay.
Says the people raising their hand that usually don't understand anything. Alright, so for the last one, that was intercept form again. Y equals x plus 3 times x plus 9. Alright, so today what we're going to do, after we graph this, we're going to learn how to convert it to the 2 different forms, from standard form to intercept form and vertex form. And then you're going to have a quiz at the end of the period. So, just go ahead and let you know.
Fail.
Congratulations. Alright, so the first thing for your x-intercept, you would get negative 3 and negative 9. Who got the first part of that right? Hey, that's exciting. Good job. Alright, and then you need to define your axis of symmetry. So this is A. B, you would add negative 3 plus negative 9 divided by 2.
And I got a negative 6.
Did anybody else get negative 6? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, and then
Well, the negative 6 in.
you do plug the negative 6 in, and I almost forgot to do that. Y equals negative 6 plus 3 times negative 6 plus 9, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy person?
No. Then you get negative 9.
Yes, fair.
And positive. Negative 3.
So 9? Negative 9?
Yeah,
Okay,
you get it.
alright. Did anybody get that part right?
I got.
I'm sorry?
Negative 6, negative 9 are your coordinates for the graph.
These are my x-intercepts, my roots. And then this makes my vertex.
Okay.
We're gonna have to put on this at the end of the period, or what we're learning today?
What we're learning today.
Yes.
We're going to have a test on this next week.
Oh, so it's like a checkpoint.
Either next Wednesday or next Friday.
Yes. We gotta do next Friday.
Yeah, put it on Friday. I like that. Put it on Friday.
No.
It's not really up to y'all, but okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's a little explanation.
Get it.
Alright, so my axis of symmetry is at -6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have to go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got that part right.
And then you just connect them, right?
Yep, I got all.
Who got that problem totally right? Hey, good job, 5 of you. 6 of you. You did not get it right.
Yeah, get it.
You're just raising your hand to be annoying.
Yeah, put left out.
You should have done your homework.
I did, except for this one.
I'll be sure to text your dad tonight so he knows you have it this weekend. I'll text your dad tonight so he knows you have it this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so today you're going to need this foldable because we're going to learn how to convert to vertex form. This foldable so we can review what our forms are, and you'll need 2 pieces of paper. I'm not going to make you graph for the first part. I just want to learn how to convert. We'll graph later. So you can use line paper.
Hashtag on hashtag, don't hashtag.
And I have lost count of what pages I'm at, like either A, B, C, or D. So I'm going to write part of 54 on mine, and you need to do the same. All right, part of 54. Write part of 54 at the top. Anybody else need paper? Over here.
Sorry about
Anybody else need paper? Hufflepuff, get it together.
Aren't these like school?
The name? I mean, I wouldn't know what the name was.
Okay, so what we're going to learn how to do today is to go from standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, to intercept form. Now, where have we seen parentheses like this before? What did we do to get these?
Factor?
Factored. Fantastic. So today we're going to be factoring again. You never get rid of it. For the next 3 years, you're never going to get rid of it. So you got to be able to do it.
8 years? Because you got to go to college to do that, right?
I'm not fish.
Not necessarily. I mean, it depends on what math you take. You'll all take a basic math class, so you will have to factor. But you might not take all the maths.
All the math in the world.
Right. Alright, so first we're going to start with y equals x squared minus 6x plus 8. So all I want us to do for the first part today is learn how to convert. I don't want us to graph. I don't want us to do anything else. And the reason we would do that is because our directions may say solve the quadratic by graphing. And to solve it by graphing, you have to figure out what the roots are, because we said that the roots were solutions. So intercept form gives you the solutions. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you have to do is you have to factor. So you have to find 2 numbers that multiply to give you 8 and add to give you -6. Now, please don't scream it out. Let's let everybody have like 6 seconds of thinking where you think of 2 numbers that multiply to give you +8 and add to give you -6.
Are you serious?
Oh, she's serious.
Oh my God. This thing is so.
I can go to the ground water.
All right, so
Wait, I'm not done. I got things. Who's talking to you? Somebody, right? Okay, then thank you. Okay, I got it. You go. Okay, whatever.
what two numbers multiply to give us positive 8 and add to give us negative 6? Travis.
-2, -4.
Negative 2 and negative 4.
No, that's not hard.
Negative 2 and negative 4. Does everybody see where we got those numbers from?
Yeah.
Because they multiply together to give us positive 8 and they add to give us negative 6. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
So then you write it as y equals x minus 2 and x minus 4. Look at that. We have written in intercept form.
No, you're not.
So then, all you have to do is find what the solutions are. So do you guys remember what we did in intercept form? We set, and just in case you don't remember, I'm going to open it to intercept form and show you. We took our parts and set them equal to what?
0.
And then we did what?
Solve
So
for
for
X.
X.
Solve for x. So what would we do right here?
Find the X.
Just set your X to 0.
Set them equal to 0. And then what would we do?
Solve for X.
And so we would say x equals
Positive 2,
and x equals.
positive 4.
Does everybody see where we got that from?
Is that it?
That's it.
Well, this is going to be super freaky. I'm not even going to lie.
Let it go. Be Elsa.
That sounds great. How'd you get the positive 2 and positive 4?
Add 2 to both sides. And your solutions are always the opposite of whatever's in parentheses. So anytime we see parentheses right now, we're taking the opposite. Every time. Alright, let's do another one.
Yeah.
Y equals x squared plus 3x minus 10.
Hold the myself.
You see how everybody else is writing and thinking? Mitchell,
You put in the start thing, but you feel like, okay, there's like.
does that help you?
Good question, Jim.
I love how she knew what he was going to ask.
That's
Also, one.
I don't know what you said. Okay, so before we go, bless you, before we go anywhere, what two numbers multiply to give us 10? Just without thinking.
5 and 2.
5 and 2, right? So 5 times 2 gives us positive 10. But we need negative 10 and then positive 3, right?
Yes.
So which of those would we make negative, Braden?
-5.
Nope.
Negative 2.
Negative 2, because we need positive 3. But Braden, I like how confident you were. Now, can anybody tell me why the 2 is negative and not the 5?
Because negative 5 and 2 doesn't give you positive 3.
Right, we got to get positive 3. So it's 5 and negative 2. So then how do we write it in parentheses?
Y equals x plus 5 and x minus 2.
Yeah.
I would give you a point if I had passed out strips.
It's all good.
I was just about to ask you.
Now, what are my solutions? Remember, I told you just a second ago that you take the opposite of what's ever in parentheses. So what would our first x be?
-5.
And what would our second x be?
Positive 2.
Look at us go.
Oh my lord.
What are they?
This is easy.
Then to finish graphing it, you would open up your intercept form foldable and figure out what to do next. Remember, we add them together and divide by 2, plug it back in to get y. Does everybody remember doing that?
Wait, just repeat that one more time.
Yes. We are literally just reviewing.
I was thinking like asking some
Wait, so
This is basically a different way of like step 1.
Yep. So instead of graphing in standard form, so remember in standard form we first found our axis of symmetry. That's what we did first. And then we plugged it in to get our y value of our vertex, and we took our y-intercept. Do you guys remember doing that?
Yes.
Okay, we did that first. And then an intercept form, we did it a different way. We found our intercepts, we added them together to get our axis of symmetry, and we plugged it in to get our vertex. We are converting from standard form to intercept form and using this method to graph. Then we're going to convert from standard form to vertex form and use that method to graph. Crazy, yes.
So we're not graphing these, right?
Not right now.
Not today, today.
I'm pretty sure you should be thanking Asbury.
Thank you.
I miss Asbury.
Thanks, ugly. Thanks, ugly.
I don't like you.
Do you know who that is?
Alright, x squared plus 3x minus 9. Oh, I don't like that one.
Oh my lord.
18. That's what I meant.
I was looking at my
No, it's me. X squared minus 3x minus 8. X, this, guys. This is what I want you to write down. Okay. Alright, try it without me.
Okay, I got it.
Give everybody else a chance to think.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. Just breathe.
America. America.
I can't really get them back to that.
Hallelujah. Everybody should have the answer because Tyreek has the answer. What's the
I
answer?
don't got the answer.
X equals negative.
Yes.
X equals negative 6. I'd pick you first. Is that right?
Tyreek doesn't have the answer.
X equals 3.
6 and negative 3. So then,
Yeah, he said 6. He said 6.
I did get that.
Yeah, he said 6.
Your boy Tyreek.
oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
What if
X
you
equals negative 6.
Look at you go. High five. Super
What
proud.
if you put negative 6 in 3? Wait, I just realized something.
In here?
Yeah,
That'd be wrong. Because we have to get positive 3.
but it's the same.
You mean minus 3 and plus 6 if you
Yeah.
reverse them?
Yeah.
You said negative 6 and 3.
But I put net.
So you mean if I said x minus 3 first, x plus 6?
But I put positive 6 on the side where you have negative 3 and negative
Right,
6.
if you just swapped your parentheses,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay, good, that's right.
Yes.
So do you even need to keep the right frequency and just take the opposite numbers at the bottom?
If I ask you to convert to intercept form, then I would want you to do that, yeah. Okay, any questions? Do we need to do one more?
Yes. No.
Does anybody need one more?
Yes.
Yes.
Stop. No. X squared minus 6x minus 7. Why are we looking at me like that? All of Hufflepuff had the same look on their face, and I'm very confused as to why.
Relax, it's good.
You put the biggest number on top. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, got
Shakeem, how you doing? I know you hate factoring. Are you okay? Are you going to answer me, or are you just going to sit there? Oh, okay. Is he lying to me?
Oh.
He
Oh,
hates
good one.
factoring. Hates it.
With the passion.
Yeah.
Why?
He's always like that.
Oh, you're not.
He's not like that.
Oh.
Because he knows it's the end of the day and he won't be able to see me after this. Alright, did you guys get -7 and +1 as your factors right here?
Oh my freaking God.
So then you get x minus 7 and x plus 1. So then your solutions are 7 and -1. Kobe, what happened?
Kobe Bryant in the
You just had a brain fart? Why didn't you get that?
Oh my God.
So we're still factoring. We're multiplying to get this one, adding to get this one. That's all we did. So we're finding two numbers that multiply to get the third, add to get the middle. So you did have a brain fart. That's okay.
Brain farts happen.
Alright. Last part of what we're learning today, you need this guy.
Vortex form.
Vertex form. We're learning how to write in vortex
I
form.
was hoping nobody noticed.
I was wondering what that was.
I heard you say vortex.
Everything you say it where everybody hears it.
Yes.
Everybody knows.
Sorry!
The people across the hall know what's going on. Okay, so I want you to write vortex form on the outside.
Not throw.
She actually said, "I'll walk
That's the word throw.
Sean, no. John.
Okay, are we ready? Okay.
If you were a booger, I'd pick you first.
He's talking to you.
No, you.
I thought my birthday present was going to be for you to not annoy me.
Well, I made you laugh, so I didn't annoy you. Maybe.
That's what you think. Ready? Please God, are we ready?
yes."
Open this.
You guys gone.
Alright, so vertex form of the parabola
What was that thing you wrote outside of vortex?
is y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. So this does not involve factoring. Get excited.
About time.
Alright, so this is where h, comma k is the vertex. So remember, we're converting from standard form to vertex form. So we know how to find the vertex using standard form. Who remembers the first step?
Opposite of B divided by 2.
Opposite of b divided by 2a.
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing you do is opposite of b divided by 2a. So we first find our axis of symmetry, and that's going to give us h. Now before we go any further, I want everybody to please write y equals. I want you to leave a little bit of space in case we need a negative, a parentheses x, space, parentheses squared. Now, this is vertex form, and we're going to fill it in. When would we need a negative out here? If it's a snow cone. And how would we be able to tell if this is a snow cone?
Negative out front.
If there was a negative out front. Is there a negative out front? No, so it's not a snow cone.
So it's hot.
Alright, now, it's the opposite of b. And remember, this is ax squared plus bx plus c. So what's the opposite of -6?
Positive.
Divided by 2 times, what's our a?
1.
So what's our axis of symmetry?
3. Said it first.
You said what up in the
Yeah, hold up.
Hold up.
I'm here.
Let me count my checks.
Yeah.
Hold up.
DG playoff energy.
I don't think she did.
Alright, so then this gives us our x value, which is our h. Now remember, when it's in parentheses, we have to have the opposite, right?
Yeah.
So if our x value, if our h is 3, what would go in parentheses?
Three.
Negative 3.
-3.
Why?
Why?
I just explained it.
I very why in the world you want to speak.
Chicka bang bang.
When someone answers that, tell me.
Can we just duct tape his mouth shut?
Good question, Alex.
Could I do that with all of you when you walk in the door?
Yay!
I'm a parent.
Wait, just walk into
Me
you.
and Brady are pretty
Can we sit in the? Can I sit in the pod?
You just advocate when I walk in.
Jesus, that's murder.
Guillotine me?
I don't think Miss Esmer's afraid to commit murder.
Especially of a murder.
She loves us too much
This
for
is
that.
all on the recording.
She will probably come to your house and shoot you in the face.
Okay,
Us.
one.
Walk in, guillotine here.
She will not feel sorry.
Bro, yeah, she ain't explain anything she just did because we were talking.
But all me fine.
Bro, you think you're talking to?
Fight.
Oh man. Gotta love cops.
Plug your H in.
Miss Annabelle, can you explain what you just did? Please.
She works out the problem.
No, she works at the problem, but I like.
She
I
counted
just got for voice.
Dude,
Show her
the blind
okay
dude
over there.
can see what she just did. Plug your H in to get your K.
Plug your AJ to get your cake. I'll
Plug your
Hey,
I'm
hey,
sure
You can tell man when you.
I gotta see us on the round there.
Oh my God.
Half the stuff he says makes no sense.
Ooh. You gotta read.
Did you can't talk. You say the same type of thing. What else does he like?
That's not what I said. And that's only on a good day.
No, I just had to do it. Saying that.
Where is
How are you going to That's only a good day.
I see things.
Oh my god.
Oh, shut your trap, bro.
Cat and woman. Word of the day.
She's about to put you
I
outside.
hush. I stopped talking. What? I stopped talking.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah!
I stopped.
Oh.
You gotta take 0.
Nah, chill out. Miss Annabelle, chill out. No. Oh my God. Alright, bet.
Alright, so you do the opposite of B divided by 2 times A. So you take the opposite of 4. What's the opposite of 4?
-4.
Divided by 2 times 1. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Where did I get that 1 from?
Out in front.
It's in front of x squared.
We're gonna have time to take that quiz.
And then I do 2 times 1, and you get what?
2.
And then you do -4 divided by 2, and you get? Alright, so that's step 1. We need to get our h. Because remember, vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k.
Wait, you-
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was up so high. So we would write y equals, we don't have a GCF, so you won't have an a. You only have that when you have a GCF, okay?
Gotcha.
Now, it's positive, so you won't put a negative right there. And is it going to be x minus 2 or plus 2?
+2.
Alright, so that's what we have so far. Now we need to find our k. The way you take your k is you take this and you plug it in here and here. So we have -2 quantity squared plus 4 times -2 minus 5. So all we're doing for the second part is we're finding our y value, just like we've done before, where you take this and you plug it in. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Alright, -2 squared gives us 4. 4 times -2 gives us -8, minus 5.
So it wouldn't be plus -8. It'll be -8.
Correct. So then 4 minus 8 is -4. -4 minus 5 is -9. So it's just -9 right there. Now you can split a piece of paper in half to write your quiz on. You only have 2 questions. One side is going to say convert to intercept form. The other side says convert to vertex.
Will you go ahead or not?
I don't care. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the best time to use vertex form is when you can't factor. Put your number at the top, and when you're done, put it in the tray. You don't have to graph. I just want you to convert. You've got 4 minutes, so there's really no rush. You've got time.